Hello, 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 travelers. Thanks for joining me today. We're doing something a little bit different. I thought I would share with all of you a little project that I've been working on the side. And I've been doing this with a couple of my industry colleagues. So first I'm going to bring on Tammy Prost from, my goodness. Tammy, tell us where you are and what your company is, since I'm
Hi
having a
there.
total.
I'm Tammy Prost, and I'm with Tropical Escapes Destination Weddings and Travel Inc., and I'm located out in Saskatchewan.
Perfect. And we also have Sherry. And tell us where you're from, Sherry.
I am from Goderich, Ontario, and I am with a manager with Robert Q Travel.
Cool. So what we did is we got kind of tired about our sort of bummer situation here with regards to travel. And we thought we would start sort of talking about things as they change, as they improve, and basically talk about, what's happening, what is changing, and what the rules are and all that kind of stuff. Because it's very different here for us in Canada than it is. I know a lot of you who are watching from the US. And by the way, we're going to be chatting here for a little while. So if you've got any questions about anything travel related, questions for us, feel free to jot them, comment down below, and we'll be happy to answer them. So we wanted to start talking about stuff with regards to travel. So we started a show called A New View on Travel. And Tammy, this was basically your idea, wasn't it?
Yeah, kind of. Between me and Sherry, we were just kind of discussing how we just kind of wanted to get out of the funk that we've been in over the last year or so, and just to start thinking about travel and just kind of do the updates now that we kind of saw there was a light at the end of the tunnel coming, that we just wanted to, have a place to just have some fun and just chat about what's going on.
Yeah, because there's a lot that is going on. And maybe to put it in perspective for people, I'll just say that, by comparison to the US, where y'all have flights and stuff going on, here we have all of our international flights have pretty much been shut down. And we also have some pretty harsh restrictions. So you have to have a PCR test before you get on the plane to come to Canada. Once you get to Canada, you have to have another PCR test. Then you go into a mandatory potentially three night hotel quarantine. And that's part of your 2-week quarantine process. Once you're finished at the hotel, you can go home, but you have to still quarantine. So not a lot of people are like, yeah, gung-ho, let's travel right now. Although, Sherry, you were just mentioning that you've got a lot of people who are looking at the horizon and are like, we are ready to go.
Yeah, the phone gods have opened since, like, I would say Friday it started, but Monday it was just, it's like booking after booking after booking. The other day I put in, like, I was started at 8:30 and I was done till 7 at night.
Wow.
I haven't put a day in like that in almost 2 years.
Year and a half.
Good year and a half. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of exhausting,
it's very encouraging, and I think that the flow is coming. Like it's here. It started. So
yeah, a lot of pent up desire for travel. That's for sure. I know I've got 2 trips that are booked already for later this year, and I'm super excited. I'm also conscious of the fact that they might not happen if things go. But what about you guys? Have you guys got any trips booked or planned for the future?
not yet.
Nothing concrete. A lot of dreaming going on, and a lot of kind of doing some research, but nothing that I've got confirmed yet.
Right.
Yeah, for sure. Well, the prices are pretty amazing. I mean, I was looking at some options for December travel, and the price was basically the same for 2 weeks, including air and hotel, as it used to be. Well, it's even less than it used to be for 1 week air and hotel. So you really can't go wrong. And the great news is here in Canada, with our tour operators, there's some really great options for cancellation. So I'm just going to show everyone a little clip of our show, just a little snippet of what our show looks like. So let's take a look at this.
the same thing happen when I was booking something. The price was like within 20 minutes different. And I'm like, oh, here we go.
You said 20 minutes?
20 minutes.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So, I mean, we see that. I mean, we've seen it before, when things are sold out, like everybody's waited till the last possible minute to book their trip before they go away on March break or something like that. And like, well, this is what it is right now. And like, literally, I've had it happen where I've been typing in the credit card number and poof, it's gone.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, so it's going to be worse now. The rates are going to jump fast once they're low, and
and all those clients that had to sadly cancel over the last year and a half that are all sitting on featured travel credits, you're going to want to use those up, and you might not have that favorite resort that you were hoping to go back to because it's been booked up, or the pricing has increased or whatnot.
Yeah, so definitely some good points, because we do forget that everybody who had booked for the last year is sort of, they're in limbo, and so all of their backlog of travel plans is shooting forward. And with the Americans, they are at 47% of the country has had at least one dose, whereas in Canada we're not that far behind. We're at 42.5%. They're at 36% fully vaccinated. We're at 3.6. So we have a little ways to go there, but it's coming along for sure. So lots going on. Lots of different resorts that we talked about. We've got everything from the Nickelodeon Cap Cana. Now, Sherry or Tammy, have either of you been to a Nickelodeon resort?
No, not yet.
No, not yet.
Okay, no, I haven't
It
either.
looks fun, but no, I haven't.
Yeah, they do. Well, that and the Margaritaville resorts.
Oh, yes.
And I know I didn't bring a clip, but I know last week we did a show on A New View on Travel, and we were talking about Cinco de Mayo, and Sherry pulled out her Margaritaville margarita mixer, which I thought was pretty cool. So lots going on there. So we talked about current restrictions, flights. We just don't have any flights right now. Hopefully next month that'll change things. But in the meantime, we have lots of different resorts and stuff like that are going on. And lots of stuff happening that way. There's also Breathless Cancun is opening up later this year, as well as the Hyatt Ziva Riviera Cancun. And we actually talked about Tammy mentioned about the new Yucatan Playa del Carmen resort. That's not its full name. It's 16 words or something?
Hilton by Tapestry, Yucatan, Playa del Carmen. It's got quite the handle to it.
Yeah, for sure. So we've got a little clip on that. So I'm just gonna play it now for everybody. There we go. We can add the music too. Maybe not. Oh, we can. And I will say that I actually had somebody booked at that resort at the amazing rate of, I want to say it was $112 US per person per night. So $224 for the room, all inclusive. And this property is right on Fifth Avenue. So a really great location.
That's a good rate too.
Yeah, it's crazy. It was supposed to be only until April 30th, but for some reason the rates kind of carried on. So if you are watching and you are interested, there's some pretty amazing deals out there right now. In our show, we've also talked about some different travel tips. And I know one of the things that we've got coming up, I think it's on next week's show. And we try to do the show every 2 weeks. Usually on Fridays. Next week, somebody has some plans for travel, so we're doing it on Thursday. So that will be May the 20th. It's also the May long weekend for both Canadians and Americans, I believe. So so we're going to do the show on Thursday the 20th. So tune in for that. It is at 11 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time or 1 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. And if you're in something else, you can figure it out. Because we kind of got the
12
edges.
p.m. Saskatchewan or Central Time.
There you go. There you go. And one of the things that we're going to talk about is declaring stuff when you're on vacation. Now, we all know that when you come home from vacation, you have to declare things, such as this, my little palm tree pendant that I got from Aruba. Had to declare that on the way into Canada. Thank you again to the customs agent who was very generous, because we really didn't know. I mean, we're buying stuff in a foreign country. You're like, phew. So they're like, well, is it gold? Is it diamonds? You're like, no, could be. I don't know. And it did turn out.
Beach, don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And it did turn out to be legit. But nonetheless, you declare it and you're good to go. With food items and alcohol and stuff like that, you have to declare it. But as long as you do, no problem. They'll either issue you a fine or not a fine, what do they call it? A tax? Yeah.
Yeah.
Form, yeah.
Yeah, or they'll basically say you can't take it into the country. So we're going to talk about that because, Tammy, what do you say you always take as a snack when you're going on vacation? Just so you can have like a room snack with a beer or something in the room.
Chips, lots of chips. I take, yeah. I'm not a big fan of some of the chips that you can find down there, and they're usually not available unless you're going shopping to snack up. So for my plane ride and for just hanging out in the room at night, having some munchies, chips and hickory sticks.
Pringles.
Oh, hickory sticks. Yeah. Pringles. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, I like, I'm always fascinated. Sorry, my hat keeps falling off here. I'm always fascinated by the different chip flavors and different food snacks that they have, especially in Mexico, those lime flavored peanuts that you just can't get those here. Tammy, do you remember many, many moons ago when we were on a fam trip? You know what I'm going to say?
It just came to my mind now.
Yeah, so we went over to Playa del Carmen, to Cozumel, and we went to the Palace Resort there. And on the way back, actually, no, I think it was Isla Mujeres.
Isla Mujeres, yeah.
On the way back, we had a few minutes of spare time, so we popped into the OXXO, grabbed a Dos Equis, and I grabbed a bag of chips because where else in the world have you seen hot dog flavored chips? And so I did force everyone in the group to try at least one because, you have to try at least one, right? We all learned that growing up.
So what did it taste like?
Nothing good.
No.
Nothing good. I mean, mostly, I think I remember it being mostly mustard. What about you, Tammy? Do you?
You know what? I can't remember now at this time. I know that I won't be buying a bag myself.
So you blocked that memory. Smart move.
Yeah.
Smart move.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. And then there was another kind that we had found. And it snapped back to my brain now, just that we were talking about it. But
yeah. Well, there's some crazy flavors that you can get all over the place. What was this?
Maybe peppers, green, spicy pepper chips.
Oh, it could have been.
Yeah, I can't
especially in
remember
Mexico.
now,
I could see that. Yeah,
so many kinds now. Yeah.
Well, I mean, even here you can get like roasted chicken flavored. I know Marks and Spencer used to always be fabulous for that because you could get, mashed potato and gravy flavored chips, chicken wings, smoky bacon. That was the one you guys had mentioned. And I did finally find some here. They're not the easiest to find. Yeah, and all kinds of stuff. South Africa's actually got some really interesting flavored stuff as well. So, yeah. We have lots of fun food stories to tell.
Sure.
So Tammy and I, whenever we go to the Hard Rock in the Mine Riviera, they have little chips in like cellophane bags, and they have them hung up on like a little clothesline with pegs. And as soon as we go into that one bar, we take all of them. We clear it all out, take it to the table, and sit there and eat the chips. But they're just plain.
Awesome.
but they're
just
so
plain,
good.
and there's usually only about 2 or 3 little chips in each bag, so
But
we gotta
we've got
take a
this
few to at least
pile.
have it.
That's fun. I remember being at the Hard Rock in Punta Cana and walking out to the front beach area, and I was hungry, and I was looking for a little snack of something, and it was literally like walking into an outdoor fast food place. They had burgers, wrapped in the sort of foil paper, like you used to get at the fair.
Yeah.
And my mouth is watering like crazy right now just thinking about it. The fried onions and the mustard and the burger and cheese. Oh, and they were just there for you to help yourself. This was back in the pre-COVID days. But what other fun snacks have you guys had at resorts?
Pizza. Pizza's always wood burning pizza is always a good one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember it, LeBlanc in Cabo. I don't know did you ever try the pizzas there, Tammy?
No, I don't think I did. No.
Oh, okay. Well, they've got one pizza called the Diablo, and it is basically, I think it was like pepperoni and spicy peppers, and then they drizzle this blackened or smoked habanero oil over top, and spicy as anything, but absolutely delicious. And I suppose it's one of those balance things, right? The more you eat of spicy food, the more margaritas you need to drink. So keep the balance going.
The heat, yeah.
Yeah. So if you are watching this and if you're interested to find out what's happening, with our show, we try to run down sort of in case you missed it, which is news from all the different areas. Sherry, now you book pretty much everything, right? You book Disney and
we're full serviced. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and what are you finding you're getting the most inquiries for right now?
I have done 2 family over New Year's, 2 different families at Disney. I did Jamaica. There was a flight to Calgary. I forget. I redid someone's travel credit that they had left over. That's the first one that I've used this year since having to use the travel credit. So I can't remember, but everybody seems to be going as soon as Christmas is over, Boxing Day, they're out. Every single one of them. Yeah. Oh, I did a Barbados cruise for I think the beginning of January.
Mm-hmm.
So lots of stuff everywhere.
And what about you, Tammy? Where are your inquiries coming from?
Right now, I've got a couple of new groups, wedding groups. That's what I mostly do is wedding groups. So I've got 2 new wedding groups, a new one this week, working on another one. So yeah, the wedding groups are starting to rethink for later 2022, even the beginning of 2022. So we're getting the inquiries. People are feeling a little bit more confident of where things are going to be come the new year. So so I'm happy to be quoting again and try to figure out what's out there and where we can send these couples.
Yeah. Well, there's certainly a lot of great deals out there, a lot of great destinations, and we've kind of had a year off now, so it's getting back into the swing of things, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Well, if you enjoyed seeing kind of a sample of what we did here, please hop over to, we've got a couple of different places for you to hop to. You can go over to our YouTube channel, which is I'll put it up again. It is A New View on Travel. And Tammy, what's the Facebook group? How do you find that?
Oh, it's on Facebook /group/ A New View on Travel.
And I know you've said this many times, so I knew I could rely on you to reel that one off.
Yeah.
And do we have any other stuff coming up that we've got in the works? Any other topics that we had discussed?
What do we got coming up? Just some travel tips. I think we're gonna talk about maybe some travel apps to make things make your travel a little bit easier to navigate through with all the new protocols and whatnot at resorts and airports and whatnot. We can talk about that. Yeah, and what I'm sure we're going to have a lot of new updates. Of everything's changing daily, so we'll have a lot of new updates again on the next show.
Yeah, so just to give you guys a little bit of an insider look into what we do with these shows, we basically plan for the show every 2 weeks, and because there are so many changes happening, we usually have 2-3 meetings before the show to go over all the content that has happened and changed. Cruising from Florida, not cruising from Florida, cruising from somewhere else. CDC says cruising's okay. Nope, they changed their mind. Nope, it's back again. It's literally, we've made changes the day of the show, like 5 minutes before the show. It's like, nope, pulling that one out. So it's pretty crazy, but I know everyone's getting kind of burned out about everything to do with COVID and all these stupid restrictions. Well, they may not be stupid, but they're frustrating because we just want it to be over. Mm-hmm. And so what we're trying to do, aside from just having some fun talking about travel, is to share sort of a summarized version of what's changed, what's happening, what's new, where you can go, all that kind of good stuff, just so that you don't have to weed through it. Don't listen to 45 minutes of some crazy news story and details, and this expert quotes this, and this expert quotes that.
Right.
We're just giving you the solid details.
Yeah. So. Oh, and I think we're going to talk about the possibility of, after all this and everybody's dying to get back with family and friends, group travel and taking advantage of some group specials, because you're going to probably just want to spend a good week of just reconnecting with family and friends once this is all over. So we'll be talking about some group travel as well.
Yeah, and that's what's happened with us for this winter, or this December, is we decided to pull the plug and book a trip, and another friend of mine booked in with us. Another friend of mine booked in with us. She has 2 couples who want to join in with us. Nice. So it's an expanding group, and I'm also looking at some family travel for next year, where we'd see people coming from 4 different countries and trying to find some common place as we come in from Africa and Europe and across Canada. And just like, imagine just being able to be inside or outside with your friends. Can you remember what hugging was like?
Oh, I know.
And that's the thing that I think would be the hardest, is going on a trip right now and having a really great interaction with some of the staff at the resorts and not being able to give them a hug when it's time to go home.
Yeah.
I miss that.
Yeah. Just to see their smiley faces again, and
not behind a mask. So you can actually see their smile.
Yeah, exactly. So we're all looking forward to better times. And so hop over to our pages, either the Facebook group or the YouTube channel, and please subscribe so that you can get more updates. It's a little bit different than what I normally update you on, because most of my viewers tend to be from America. So if you are from somewhere else, I'd love to hear. Please comment and say where you're watching from. I know it's Friday midday, so it's a little bit of a tricky time for people being at work and stuff like that. But we thought we'd hop on and let you know about our other channel, which is A New View on Travel. So thanks for joining us today. And thanks for joining me, Tammy and Sherry. Really appreciated you jumping on.
Thanks for having us.
And like I say, what did I say our next show is? On
Thursday,
May 20th.
Thank you. Teamwork. So hopefully we'll see you then. And I guess that's it for now. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next one. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and smash that like button. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks. Bye for now.
Take care.